Hello everyone, my name is Lucky7K, and today I will be going over the end of season RTA, my experience with the summer 2026 season, what I used, how I placed, my characters, their builds, yada yada yada. So without further ado, let's get right ahead into this. So, unfortunately, I ended the season in Warlord, and I'm a little disappointed in myself. The reason why I say that is I made it all the way up to Emperor. As you can see, I made it all the way up. I think my highest rank was 189, and that was fun, right? Because I beat Higa. I played against Vic. Like, I was doing all these things. And then this character right here gets released. And all of a sudden, I'm going from rank 200 to, like, trying to stay in 1500. It's not fun. But, it is what it is. I can't spam DN. As you can tell, I'm a cleaver. So my experience with this season, I did not like it, which is good news to anyone who is not a cleaver. I think we reached a point in Epic 7 where there's too many broken units that 2 pre-bans are not going to be enough, and you're going to have the option to play a broken unit on each side of the team. So if they don't add a 3rd pre-ban, please don't. You're going to have that situation where you're gonna have so much of these broken units. You have Fumir, Boss, RNL, Briar, list goes on and on and on. So if you're not a cleaver, you have an option. If you're a cleaver, yeah, have fun. Anyways, as I said, I have hit Warlord, or I ended in Warlord. I made it all the way up to Imp. Quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I real quick want to talk about some of the MVPs this season. I don't own one of them, but I will mention them. So I feel like Salome, all the way until the end of the season, was like an absolute broken character. I feel like this character is the best character in the game. I think she's timeless. This S2 by itself is just crazy. You can just clone whatever you want. But then, she's an HP scaler. She has a decreased defense. She collapses. It does additional damage, dual attacks. I think she's a timeless unit. I think no matter where or how long this game goes on for, you're gonna use Salome. So she is definitely an MVP of the season, and that really goes well with Arya. I think Arya was the strongest turn 2 character to play, except for Freeran, of course, but just because if you had her with Yoha, you're sensing a theme that I don't have these characters. You'll just superhuman Arya. You will one-shot something with her S3 while soul burning. Her S1 plus extra attack is going to one-shot another character. You go back into your S3. You kill characters. Alright. So that little pipeline of Yoha Arya or Salome Arya was really good. That was a viable flowchart if you wanted to follow it. I know Light did it, but yeah. So because of that, I would put Salome at one of the MVPs. Another MVP obviously is RNL. I mean, come on, it's the fastest character in the game. You can't say that she's not broken. You get so much free stats. Where is it at? Yeah, right here, her unique effect. You get so much free stats. It's absolutely crazy. Some people had her on double attack right side. opted to go with effectiveness just so I can land fear, more RNG, win cons. But like, come on, defense break, bind, like extra attacks, like ignore damage sharing. You can't say that this character is not broken. If you have double right side attack, you're basically getting a barrier the same size as your HP, even though it scales off of attack. But like, come on. It's basically a 3-turn cooldown. It's crazy. But yeah, definitely I feel like RNL is an MVP of the season. And lastly, of course, Briar. If you were cleaving, it was either Zeo cleave or Briar cleave. But come on now. This game is rampant with revives. You have Yolha and Ruel of Light being spammed every game. Plus Salome, didn't just clone a reviver. If you're cleaving, you're most likely using Briar Witch. Just the combination of not being able to revive plus a defense break plus the renew well pushing up everyone. It's... yeah. So my MVPs for this season are Arya, Salome, RNL, and Briar. So I'm gonna go through my units, say why I use them, how I use them, why they're built this way, etc, etc. So obviously we're starting off with RNL. You just want her top speed. If you're cleaving, you kind of want her slower than your opener, but my fastest gear is on my Briar. My RNL still is outspeeds my Briar, so I'm like, whatever. Violet Talisman is, I would say, her BIS, just because you can get all the way up to 100% evasion if this is max limit broken. There's the free one as well, but I mean, I don't even think I used it. Wherever it's at, I don't know. There's the free one you get from her event that gives you increased speed. It's a good replacement, but you don't get that evasion. But like, you know, I already mentioned what she does. She's a debuffer and a damage dealer, an anchor. You can just first pick her and you'll be fine. So this top speed, you can either go double right side attack, or you can go attack and effectiveness, which is what I chose to do. Briar. Alright, Briar, obviously EE is just the one you can get. You want her top speed. The issue I would mention right now, for cleave, is another thing we had to do is this character is annoying. And the way you dealt with this character was picking DN, and because you could DN 1-2 before Ivana got released, and then this character is obsolete. Now, since Ivana's out, you can't really DN 1-2, so you have to pre-ban Biblis. And because of that, your pre-bans are Harsetti and Biblis, blah, blah. You have your Briar, and you have to have effectiveness on your Briar because your enemy is gonna go Bellion. Like, there's no doubt about it. They're gonna go Bellion, especially if you go with Freerin. So you have to run an effectiveness Briar now. North of 100 effectiveness is great. You just want her top speed. Obviously, Renew will maxed out. If it's not maxed out, you're trolling. But yeah, I would draft her on 3 on ban protection, or 4-5 if I'm somehow doing a different type of draft, but I need an anti-revive. I like how people said Renak is going to be obsolete when RNL gets released, but I feel like Renak is still a really great unit. Just because she's basically another anchor, but also just a really great damage dealer. Having one right side attack and then one right side HP or defense, I feel like is best in slot. Pursuit just makes her such a better unit. Like, Pursuit is amazing on this character. You do 8400 splash damage. It's beautiful. It brings a tear to my eye. But yeah, you just run around, pilfer everyone, splash damage, pen defense. Like it's crazy. Another popular draft towards the middle of the season was actually Renak Cleave, where you would use Renak plus like Saria or Sharoon, stuff like that. Higa really did this as well. And this was also a popular draft style, just because Renak really... RNL... There's a difference between a fake RNL and a real RNL. If I just went ahead and did this, obviously my RNL is going to be like super fast, right? No doubt about it. 323. Wow, very fast. But this is a fake RNL, alright? Like, I'm not doing damage, I'm not debuffing anything. However, there's no such thing as a fake or a knack in my opinion, because all she cares about is speed. Like, this is fine. All she cares about is speed. RNL, you need crit chance, you need attack, you need effectiveness, you need a lot. So, what if you were brave enough and had that confidence, you would just top speed Renak and just race to RNL, and then you would just win. Because you'll pilfer the RNL, full send it into someone else, and then the RNL will just die. You do whatever your combo is, you win. Obviously, her own artifact. With the milestone Radiant, everyone gets Renak now, which is really nice. I think it's 291 with the free equipment you get on Pursuit, which is really, really nice. Alright, moving on. We got the new summer unit, Eye of the Abyss Famir. This character, when she first got announced and her kit got revealed, I thought wasn't really going to be good. I mean, sure, like she just removes a character from the game, but like the rest of her kit, I mean, like, sure, this is a whatever S2, sure, this is whatever S1, like, she seems like an okay unit. But then you think about it, you realize, huh, if it's a 1v1 situation, I can just keep soulbirding the S1 to stun the enemy, and then just press the S3 to win. Oh wait, I can just pick her second, and then I have a guaranteed bridge for Zeo. If you have to pivot to Zeo Cleave. Oh wait, Boss Larunko or Lots is in the game, Lady of the Scales. Oh, I can just pick this and put myself into stealth, and that whole mechanic is gone. She's actually a pretty good unit, now that I think about it. You can build her as an opener, top speed, and then you definitely want HP or defense right side, no doubt about it. Effectiveness, I think, is actually a fake stat on her. If you have her max imprinted, and if you have her max imprinted in like 1 or 2 effectiveness rolls in each piece, like, you have an effectiveness, honestly. Because once again, this ignores resistance, this ignores immunity. Only thing it doesn't ignore is skill nullifier, but once again, skill effect nullifier doesn't really affect anything. Or nothing can really bypass that. This is whatever. This is always going to push back the characters who have like 0 ER, but like this is not going to do anything against the characters that have 200 ER. Same thing, like you're using this skill against characters who have no ER. So I feel like she's actually a really great unit. Moving on to Luna. Luna definitely got bumped up, I would say, in usage, especially in the middle of the season. I would say if you were cleaving, a very popular cleave was going DN2, Luna 3, if the enemy went Biblis, Estelle, or just Biblis in general, 1-2. And the reason why you would do that is you will have a guaranteed bridge. This is with Bellion pre-banned, by the way. You'll have a guaranteed bridge. You just soulburn Luna, and then DN will pop up, and then you will just follow that up with like any debuffers like SBA, Witch 10A, or you can go with Abue Ludwig, and then like you just lock the whole team down because the whole team's sealed. So I felt like she was actually a good unit this season. She definitely got more viable than past seasons where she was just a 4 to 5 pick, 4 to 4 span. But just book. Optimal is double HP right side, but I just want to have immunity on her. Immunity is mandatory. Second best immunity, unless you're like 330 speed or 320 speed, you don't need immunity, but otherwise you want immunity. Pirate Captain Flan. This character got buffed during this season, and her 10 speed EE actually made her a viable opener. I feel like if you were playing DPS on 3, especially with free run, this character was like the best opener or ever. Because like if you think about it, all right, free run gives herself a 50% CR push after her S3. This character gives herself, or the whole team, swift attack now, which is another 50% CR. So you're stealing all the enemies' buffs. You're giving the buffs to your allies. You're inflicting decreased defense. You're inflicting bombs and decreasing their CR. All that goes into a free run S3 to an S1 free run. Who's surviving that? All right. And I also felt like she was really good. If you had Zeo against an RNL, I don't have her artifact, but if you had the Summertime Hysteria artifact, I didn't realize this, but that artifact like ignores evasion. You can miss, you'll still land the bomb, and it'll detonate the bomb, and you just put that on the RNL, and you're fine. Obviously, you need to have a very fast Pirate Captain Flan to do that, but yeah, she's a really good unit, I would say. Definitely one of the better openers if you want to make her top speed for openers. Definitely want Renewed Will if you're going to use like the opener status. But if you're just using her as like a Zeo bridge or something, I still feel like the Seaside Area's bomb on basic attack is better. You want Effectiveness Ring, HP or defense, necklace, speed boots, and then just top speed. I didn't use Omid. Omid's kind of fallen off. Sigrid. Alright. Unfortunately, this character is good. Really, if you were playing DPS on 3, you can either pick her on 2 or 4, and she has like a really good speed threat, because you're just gonna fear the whole team, push them back, give yourself speed up, and then like this is absolutely broken. I'm sorry, this skill is absolutely broken. Especially if you're going with Spirit Eye Celine as your DPS, because you're just gonna obliterate anything. She's really good against counterattack. Character is really good against evasion. Immunity would be nice on her, so you could buff stack, but I don't have very fast immunity gear, so you kind of want her as fast as possible with 200 ER. I'm a little bit lower just because I had to move gear around, and I don't really use her. Goblet of Oath, I would say, is the best in slot artifact, just so you can S3, S2, S3, S2, S3. But her own signature is good if you are playing CL Cleave, if it's maxed out, of course. I like how the Smilegate is trying to add heroes who can counterattack or counter Lady of the Scales, but I'm sorry. This character is going to be broken regardless of what you do. Just giving Cleave an initiative, just like saying, hey, guess what? You can't kill my Cleave team. So not only am I a defensive team, but I'm also an offensive team. That's not fun. This character is always going to be good. Even with Fumir, I mean, you just put her in the front still. Fumir does counter her, I would say, because you can't really do anything if she's gone, but still, absolutely essential unit for Cleave. You kind of want her north of 280 speed. You want 100 or 100 effectiveness, 150 ER, and then the rest of the stats don't matter. Just go into speed. But yeah, just Soulburn AOE Fear is crazy. Just matching the enemy's CR push by 50% is crazy, and this S3 is just really nice. Balance is on. Anti-cleave, just really good if you had boss already, because you could just pick balances on and at Katie's, and they gotta kind of pick their poison. But yeah, double HP right side. Just North 280 speed is probably best, and then Book. Kali, speed imprint. I mean, she's just a good bridge plus a good debuffer. She's a speed imprint, just 200 effectiveness, then speed, attack, necklace, effectiveness, ring. If you don't have a hit chance artifact, you're trolling. I don't know why you would not. You're picking her in a Sexica regardless. So yeah. New unit, Boy Ludwig. Oh my gosh. Alright. Woo! This character. Alright. Good and bad. This character is obviously good. I'm sorry to break your guys' heart, but free run is not coming back. Alright. Sorry. Free run is not coming back. However, since he's a standard unit you can put on the wish list, he deals with free run beautifully. Because, like, you know, this just goes basically up to 250 fixed damage, which is just going to annihilate any like any free run. But he's also a really great debuffer because, you know, he has block, silence, and stuns. But he's also a guaranteed bridge if you have souls, so he's really great with Zio. Now the bad. One, this is what I don't really like about Smilegate. They're releasing units now that really want the new sets. The issue with that is you're kind of forcing new players' hands to farm subpar gear to make one unit good. Like, for example, the new Vera coming out, alright? You want... she's a mandatory weakening character, alright? But for Ludwig, alright, it's the same thing. He has 85% chances to land block and silence. Both of these are very detrimental debuffs, but you have to go between two 50% checks. Not fun. But if you have her, or if you have him on a weakening set, then, you know, we can get rid of one of those checks. Thing is, why are we farming weakening set? This set is such a fake set. I'm sorry. And forcing new players to build new characters on the best set instead of just having it on speed set, stuff like that, it's not a good look for the game. I don't like how that's going. But, you know, it is what it is. Second thing is, Pursuit set, I would say is really nice on him. There you go. Weakening Pursuit, the two newer sets. Just makes my blood boil. Anyways, I'll stop. Good unit. Good unit. Lytica was an okay opener if you were playing DPS on 3. Gifted Pen is absolutely a beautiful artifact just because it gives you so much CR for your DPS. You just put in the back line. So you can actually have like a 230 free run, like an actual DPS free run, and not like the 260s, 270 cleave free run. You'll do your Lytica stuff and you'll push up. And boom. Same thing with like Selene and stuff. Obviously you want the restrict EE, so you just want her on top speed and then effectiveness ring. Yeah. Veronica, I mean, just picking against immortality characters, she's the same unit she'll always be. Festive Ida, really great anti-cleave unit. Just get her 20k HP and then just like top speed after that. Speed Pursuit, you don't really need Pursuit, but it's just extra damage. Really great into Zio, especially if they pick like Teiyu, Ludwig, stuff like that, because like it's gonna get stripped, right? If it's against Teiyu, you kind of have to kill the Eda. Ludwig kind of is forced to press, otherwise Ludwig is a dead unit, so she gets her, you know, S2, but like dispel 2 debuffs, decrease defense, inflict silence, and then goes into the S2, does like 20k pop damage, and then decreases enemies' combat readiness. Really great anti-cleave character. Not a real character. Speed imprint, same thing, immunity is required. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. You can use her, but no. Acades, we're at a point now where you're not really using Acades like you would have originally, where you had her at like 200 ER, and on like Soul Constellation. She's more of an anti-cleave character now, where you kind of want her very fast, with the S2 push EE, and then on Idol Steer. So you can just pick him into Zio, or pick her into Zio. Kind of forces them to hit the Acades. It pushes up one of your DPSs. Hopefully they cut. I'm gonna go on a rant about this character, but just know, as much as I like this character, I hate this character. Alright? Sorry, am I seeing people talk about Drake right now? No. Okay. Sorry, I saw Fort Worth. Okay. Anyways. This character was obviously released to deal with DN, right? Now, what this character does, instead of Schneel, because like we all thought this character was just gonna be Schneel 2.0, but like for immortality. But like this character actually has usage now, because the ignore sharing buff is absolutely broken, especially if someone's going Lady +1 Zio. Because what would happen is you would have her on her own artifact. Zio kind of has to hit her. If she misses, or if Zio doesn't land the silence or the pushback, she pushes up, cuts, and then gives your whole team ignore damage sharing while pushes them up. That's game over already. If you have DN, she's just gonna cut regardless, and then or if the enemy has DN, sorry, she's just gonna cut regardless no matter what you do. She's like, the enemy's forced to soulburn Zio into her, and then hopefully, just hopefully, if she's faster than the DN, she's gonna cut regardless. But she's a good unit. Obviously once these two things are done, she just stands there, so she's kind of dead after that. But just a better Veronica, but you can also pick her into lots. What I saw some people doing was actually going top speed with her, and making her an opener on 3. And what they will do is, like, it will kind of force them to go and pick Zio, but then also, like, you don't have to ban lots if you're trying to cleave, because you just have the opponent on 3. Okay with free reign on 3, but otherwise no. Not a real unit. I actually started using Frida a little bit more just because Arya just became more pronounced in the meta. But once again, only for cleave. Poor Witch Tene. I honestly don't see a reason to pick Tenebria over Ludwig unless Bellion's in the game. But you know, she's just a full-on control character. Block is just an OP debuff, but then you can also just stun, sleep, redirect, provoke. You have rupture, you have restrict, like you have dual attacks. Like it's a lot of debuffs. She's still a good unit, but then when your competition is a Covenant water 5-star character that anyone can get, you're seeing less appealment to this character. Umbral Keystone's still good, but you kind of want Fumir's artifact on her. I had it on her, but I just took it off because I wanted Fumir to be more consistent. Speed imprint. Moon Bunny. Alright, Moon Bunny. People were running her a lot fast. So there's two builds. You can run her like very fast, like 270 plus on Ivana's artifact to cut. Same thing. A lot of Zeo's good units have extra turns, so kind of like cuts off their arm. But also, you can build her very slow, like on 200, 220 speed or something like that. A lot of ER, and then like very, very bulky, just so she could actually do something and like survive. She's not good in the RNL though. People were saying like, ooh, yeah, Moon Bunny's gonna destroy RNL because they have to S3. They can't S2 S3. But then you realize, oh wait, you can still get feared. And then you realize, my win con kind of went from like a they can't S2 to like, I have a 40% chance to wake up and win. She's okay. Definitely saw her viability increase. Also really good anti-cleave character in the Zeo, like I mentioned. But yeah. This is my fast Straze I use for cleaving. He's the same thing. Like if the enemy's team is like, you can just kill them with damage. You'll just pick this fast Straze and you'll be fine. You make me so sad, Dian. I miss when you can pick this character 1-2 without any consequences. With Ivana in the game, she's just a 4 or 5 ban or force ban. One thing you could do once again for anti-cleave is you can go DN3, Ivana 4, only on resist warfare, and then like they're kind of cooked because you have 300 effectiveness or effect resist, and they have Ivana. You have Ivana too, so yeah. But is what it is. Obviously you still want, if you're cleaving, you still want her like 260 plus. You want her have some effectiveness. I would say north of 85, and then just HP and crit damage. You want her on book, obviously. I know Xerion was doing this, but if they ban Briar, you just pick Sinful Angelica if you want to Briar cleave. But nah. Afternoon Soak Flan is just a Zeo bridge at this point. I mean, you can pick her in Harsetti matches, but like, just it's like a 5 Zeo bridge. I mean, is what it is. Same thing with Blooming Lidica. You can pick her in Harsetti matches if you're going Zeo. But I mean, whatever. Imprint, not a real character. Freerin, alright. I honestly don't see this character going away. This is just an OP passive. Like, for cleave, it's absolutely broken because you can just, a lot of cleave initiative units like Commander Pavel, Fumir, stuff like that, like, you just basically get to do their stuff whatever they want because they start off with their full bar. But then also just not being able to die from normal damage is crazy, while also giving your whole team a combat readiness boost, while being a very, very, very competent DPS that generates so much souls. Yeah, I'm just saying, a little broken. I feel bad for any single person who does not have Freerin. 2 builds. Build her around 220, 230 speed with max damage. Or if you're playing Briar Witch Cleave, you want her speed tune with Briar, and then full damage after that. Aki's getting buffed, but he's still the same character. I only pick him when you're going against like Christie, Freerin, and all these other characters like that. Speed imprint. Speed imprint. Yeah. Mort. Mort is Mort. Not much to say. Gallo saw a rise in gameplay for cleaving, especially with Briar Witch Cleave. And it's really cool because you basically S3, you kill a character, you push up your team, you push yourself up a little bit more, And hopefully, if you're fast enough, you can outspeed and just S1, hopefully kill another character. Just being able to ignore damage share and damage reduction is absolutely crazy. But once again, we're only really a cleave unit. Speed Imprint, King Vildred. Yeah. Bellion. Alright. Bellion. Definitely sees a lot more play because of Ludwig. What would happen is if someone goes ZO3, Ludwig 4, you would just go Bellion and the Keys, and you kind of trap their Ludwig bridge. But I mean, she's still the same character, just, you know, enemies can't soul burn. Either you build her fast with a lot of HP on Glorious Throne or 3F to go with Yoha, or you build her as an Aureus Knight. Xeno's cleave character, it just, you don't want evasion. Could be a Zeo bridge. I don't know why people say he's good still. I mean, there's places where you can pick him, but whatever. Not a real character, not a real character, not a real character. Elena against Briarcleave is kind of weird in this now because, I mean, if you have Lot and DN, she's a useless character, so I don't know why you would pick her, but she's still the same character. It's my Cleave Lionheart. I pick her when enemies go like Renak Koli, Zeo Koli, stuff like that, because they're kind of forced to hit her, and then the Durando will push her up enough to cut, and then you just kill their whole team. Not a real unit. Not a real unit. You can pick him against with Zeo, I guess. Fenris, ooh, thank you, Exarian. Really great, same situation as Lionheart when they go like Renak Koli, Zeo Koli. You must have Guiding Light, but you just have him above 8,400 HP, 250 speed, and then like max damage. His S2 will activate, and then it will increase his combat readiness, and then he'll just attack and increase your whole team's combat readiness. So great anti-cleave character. Polly is Polly. I mean, you can either build her, like, if you're cleaving, you want to damage Polly like this, but if you're not, you just want to Abyssal Crown degen art Polly. I see people pick this into Briar Witch. I don't know why, because once again, if you have Watts or D on your team, then this character does nothing. So, but yeah. Zeo. Alright. Zeo. People are going to say Zeo is a horrible unit. And I agree. But if you're cleaving, then this guy is good. Just because Zeo cleave basically means you get to control how you want the game to go. You put him on 3, and then you have fun, because the issue is not Zeo himself. Zeo does exactly what you want him to do, which is to go first and push back the enemy who's supposed to go next, and boom, he did his job. It's his bridges that are the problem. Very controversial, but like, he's super easy to trap, because if you're second pick, all right, you pick Zeo 3, a bridge on 4. The first pick player has 2 picks to counteract your 1 bridge, and then they'll just ban last. And now you're kind of like, oh, shoot, what do I do? If I'm first pick, then it's gonna be very awkward to not draft a bridge on 2, because if you don't draft a bridge on 2 and pick Zeo 3, then you have a very slow 1-2 and you're speeding up. But then the enemy could just go like a Katie's, Ada, Ball, all these things that give them self-CR push. Ban one of your bridges, boom. It's the same situation. Zeo himself is a good character, do not get me wrong, but his bridges are the things that makes him messed up a little bit. You can either go full damage at 250 speed or a little bit of effectiveness. I just like having effectiveness. I would say 200 is go-to. Shroon, if you're playing Renak, is really good just because, you know, Cascade plus decreased defense is really broken. Yeah. Sneal's getting buffed. Yay! You're not gonna pick him anywhere else. Spirit Eye Celine. Alright. This is the best damage dealer if you do not have free run. I don't know why new players are getting her for $10. It makes no sense, but like, come on. If Bellion's not in the game, I mean, you can even still, with Bellion in the game, her S1 Soul Burn, if she has a buff, does so much damage, you're just gonna kill the Bellion, and then you can just do whatever you want. Like, she can solo free run, if you get good timing, but like, a full cleanse, a full revive, immortality, guaranteed counterattacks with critical hit, needs 2 hits to kill her, free soul burn that does 50% more damage, gains souls on enemy death, like penetrates defense. I'm sorry, like beautiful DPS. Usually what would happen is you'll both are a little faster, like 260, 270, to tie in with your cleave bridges, but this game now is getting to a point where turn 2 actually has a little bit, teeny tiny bit of viability, teeny bit. That's gonna go away very soon. So you kind of want her on a build where you have like 4k attack, 350 crit damage on pen set, and where you can actually go ahead and kill like the Estelle if you have photogenic, or sorry, kill like the enemy, like you know what I'm saying. It'll be sad if you like miss kill by like 200 HP and then you kind of just Estelle counterattacks, put up the barrier, now you're back to where you're at before. Also, I would say she is the second best photogenic thief, and I'll show you why in a little bit. Zarya, just really great with a Renak or RNL just because extra attack, or her extra turn just does so much. SB is still a good bridge. Not much to say, same character. Hecate. I mean, Hecate's Hecate. Hecate's Hecate. You really only pick her against lots or a lot of revivers, but then you gotta get her a turn. If you're playing slow, I don't know why you'll pick Hecate. Make Chloe fell off the map. Tori was really good this season. All right, and the reason why is because a common draft, people will go Nodos, then the enemy will go like, oh, okay, I gotta go Estelle, okay, I gotta go Setsuka, okay, I gotta go Bellona. But then the counters to all of those is a photogenic Tori. Because she can't be debuff her first turn, she gives herself increased hit chance. You're gonna go ahead and just soul burn with a Cascade. You're gonna just kill. And what would happen is if you got Tori and Nodos at the same team, especially with boss, you're not obligated to pest Nodos' S3 right when you have the turn. If Tori is not at risk at dying and she can get another turn, there's no point of pressing the S3 on Nodos. You can just wait till Tori goes again, and then Tori kills another character. Absolutely good unit. Definitely a lot better place than she was at before. If I would curse at this unit, but I'm not going to. Just know if you run prophetic candlestick on this character and call yourself good at this game, you are lying to yourself. You are not good at this game. Please stop roping. I like my games to be over in 10 turns or less. I don't like going over 100 turns where you're just praying for Frenzy 9, waiting for your good turn order so you can keep reviving your reviver to revive another reviver. Oh my goodness, guys. Let's go Ruel, Salome, Yoha, guys. Like, so fun, guys. Anyways, yeah. Reversal set is best in slot. I don't care. But yeah. I hate this unit. Boo, Royal of Light. Boo. Boo. I don't know why. I don't know why this EE is even a thing. I can't with this unit. I can't. Okay. Rant over. Alright. RB got buffed and is actually kind of broken now. Like, he increases light damage, or damage against light enemies. So like, RB can go and like one-shot Nodoses and one-shot Ruels and stuff, which is kind of crazy. But like, yeah, guaranteed revive. He got his increased attack buff back now, so you can actually put him on like photogenic. But then he also transfers debuff, so he's actually really good into like DN or enemies that are like debuff heavy, because if you hit him and you miss, oh, get that counterattack. I'm gonna throw all those debuffs back at you. Nodos is Nodos. He's basically the I win button if you press it. The people who go like Estelle, Sexica, Bellona, all RB, like these characters into Nodos, like I hate the people. Okay, hate is a strong word. I strongly dislike the people who pre-ban RNL and Lady and pick Nodo's first pick. All I'm gonna say. Zeo Bridge. We already talked about Arya, but like, yeah, this character. Harsetti. This character is such a fake unit, it's not even funny. Like, at this point, just have her on Abyssal Crown and Weakening and just pray for stuns and just ban the Aram. I don't know why you would play Harsetti. Speaking of Aram, here's Aram. Nice. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. This guy's position is basically anti-cleave, where if the enemy is going very heavy debuff and they're going CO, 3 BP, or third pick ban protection, just pick G-Ross. It's a force ban or they lose. This character used to be the GOAT. Like, no one's picking Appear in Illianav, but like, come on. LQC is getting buff. Let's go. See, look, I have my pre-buff LQC already. Abyssal Euphine is just a CR cutter. Same character. Arrowwell got buffed. It's actually a really great tank now. Too bad I don't play tank down or turn 2, but yeah. Commander Pavel. Giving extinction to this guy is evil. I'm just gonna say that. You have him on and Freeman on the same team, like the tiniest breeze is gonna activate his S2, push him up, gets next turn, he just extincts one character and Norse damage sharing. Like, I would literally just kill bosses, kill Nodoses, kill Ruels, like, without Soulburn, because this guy does so much damage. And I'm not even triple torrent. Very great bruiser. Too bad I don't play turn 2. This character was annoying. Oh my gosh, Biblis, what are we doing? If you're an ER player, you need to have 200 ER on this character. Like, I would say 200 ER before anything. But like, let's just increase our whole team's HP. Let's just give our whole team basically Yolha's Reflect passive. And then we're just gonna basically, hey, you dropped me below 50 HP, I'm just gonna recover all your HP, give you a barrier. And then we're just gonna stun lock you. And we're basically gonna take away half your HP and you can't get it back. I don't know why there's a dual attack on Soulburn with this character with defense break, but if you're cleaving, have her speed tune to your opener and just give her full effectiveness. Alright, this character. If you picked Setsuka on 2, I immediately blocked you after the game. Cause like, I don't know if you want to have fun or if you don't want to have fun, but like don't drag me into your indecisiveness. Like, come on. If RNG was a playstyle, this character is his headliner. That's all I'm saying. All right. I love Taeyu, bro. This character was amazing. If you're Zeo cleaving, you just pick him 5, and he's like a force band, or your whole team, enemy team's dying. This character fell off the existence of the map, but everyone swears she's a top 10 character of all time. I don't know why. Basarunka. Alright. Basarunka is still a good character, but with RNL and Fumir out, it's a little awkward to pick her. First of all, her counterattack build is completely obsolete now. So you definitely want her on protection immunity, and you want her on Crown of Glory just to do a free run. But if you're playing a DPS comp, like a DPS hypercarry on 3, you need to pick boss regardless, even if she's gonna get stolen by Fumir or just killed by RNL. Chrissy's Chrissy, still a good unit though, can't lie. Still a good unit. This guy's getting buffed. I can't wait to get this guy, see his buff. Thank you for finally fixing this, by the way. Like, come on. This is my cleave, Euphine. I would actually say if you're playing hypercarry, she is actually really good in hard city matchups, or a very great force ban. I think people are sleeping on her a little bit just because I'm sorry, but this does a lot of damage. But also just being immune to debuffs for you, and like basically giving your backline an extra life is just pretty nice. Extra life as in like you get a big barrier and stuff. Same character. Estelle, oh gosh. I'm sorry I whispered your name. I'm sorry, Drake. Whisper my name, but don't say it too loud. Like, if you whisper Spirit Eye Celine, or like even dare mention Freeren's name, she's just gonna counterattack you for no reason. Like, I'm sorry. There's no way you're giving a tank, a bruiser stat line, guaranteed crit, penetrate defense, injury, like dispels her own debuff, built-in damage sharing, so you can put her on Holy Sack, or you can put her on her own artifact. Like, I'm sorry, this is like the most overpowered kit ever, and she still has a 50% win rate. I'm just saying. And then Monarch of the Sword Syria. Can never go wrong with this unit. This character is just so fun to play. But yeah. Alright. Well, that is the end of my rant. Those are my characters I went over for my season, for my playstyle. Overall, I loved this season until Ivana got released. And then I hated this season until it was over. So therefore, the season was mediocre. Which is good, because anyone who's not playing Cleave will actually have fun. If you're playing Cleave, have fun talking to Exarian for 28 hours a day. I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe. I don't know why I like post like every other year, but you know what? It is what it is. But yeah, have a good rest of your day. Lucky 7K.